Dozen state-of-the-art sport facilities, thousands of fans, the fusion of art and science, adrenaline and euphoria. The grand sport. The gigantic mechanism. Watch at Sports Giants. Football is one of the most popular games in the world. Matches for this sport collect a large audience of fans. In the capital of Kazakhstan, the main football stadium of the country, Astana Arena, accommodates 30,000 people. This is the central entrance to the stadium. It is from here that players go down from the buses and go to their locker rooms. Judges, coaches, everyone passes here. From here, football begins for them. Astana Arena is the home stadium of the capital football club Astana and the national team of Kazakhstan. To my right, there is the football club Astana's home locker room and our national team. And to the left of us, the locker room of our guests. And this is the heart of our stadium. This territory is completely closed. There is no access to anyone, only people who have a special pass. To the right, our guests leave, to the left FC Astana, and they follow directly to the exit of the field. Here are the most famous scenes before going on the field. They are shot here. Fans of the game team up in the fan clubs and support teams from the stands during matches. Astana Football Club also has loyal fans who do not miss a single game. We have a fan club. There are about 200 people. The major part of our fan club is made of working people.
Часть большая из них работающие.
I'm a blood center specialist. In my spare time, I like to come to the matches. Almost all members of the club are working people, students. We also have school children. We usually meet 1 hour before the match, and there are always flags, drums, attributes. And then we start to get our own chants, like Astana. So people would see that we are fans. If someone, for example, would like to join us, and that the opponents of the fans would see that we are here. We warm up, so we say, we shout, we beat the drums, we repeat the chirping. We recharge ourselves. Adrenaline, anticipation of excitement, and you light up. Such a light bulb, right now. Here, they will score a goal. We are waiting for this. If we win, we shout, Astana will always be the first. If we lose, we shout, Astana needs victory today. If our team is on the road, we shout, we came to win. You need to have a lot of energy to constantly give it away. The entire crowd will be charged. Because you work with the public, you need to think about when to shout or what to shout. Start a crowd and shout, so that everyone would hear you. You completely give yourself away. For supporters of Astana Football Club, the support of their team comes first. As a real 12th player, they cheer up the athletes. Fans are for peaceful sports excitement, without fights and insults. The club invites in its ranks not only adults, but also children, so that the spectators come to support the players with their whole families.
Честно скажу, вот желаю всем.
We were at different trips, at different stadiums. Honestly, I wish all Kazakh football clubs will have the same stadium as our Astana Arena.
В комфорт. Все есть, как бы европейский масштаб.
Because there are all conditions, European scale. I am sure that those people who came to the Champions League, to the Europa League, also felt themselves as in Europe. Our stadium is of European scale, unequivocally.
Стадион европейского масштаба однозначно.
In general, if you take the dimensions of the stadium Astana Arena by European standards, it is average. But this stadium differs in compactness, well thought out layout and logistics. This was repeatedly noted by UEFA experts, FIFA, who came before the matches qualifying leagues of Europe. The Champions League took place here. The stadium occupies an area of more than 230,000 square meters. When the Astana Arena was erected, 11,500 tons of metal structures were installed. The surrounding area was also calculated and planned. The stadium is designed so that it is comfortable to ensure the arrival, transfer and departure in a short period of time for thousands of people and vehicles. Parking for 1,200 spots from the east, parking for 800 spots from the west, including parking for the bus. All this is located directly next to the stadium. It provides a private parking for VIPs, guests, as well as separate entrance for players on buses, a covered porch. Astana Arena withstands climate load from +40 in summer to -40 in winter. Maintenance of the stadium requires great professionalism from specialists. For Kazakhstan, possibly for the post-Soviet space, at the moment it is still unique to some extent, because there are few of such stadiums that can function in the winter at -40 degrees. Another feature of Astana Arena is a sliding roof. "10,000 square meters of the roof of the stadium are fully opened and closed in 20 minutes. If it starts to rain suddenly, the roof is closed. There is no such situation. Football players play in any weather. We close the roof for football when it's late autumn. Now FC Astana pleases with a very long season. Our people play in Europe. The last games of Astana are held almost in December. When participating in the Champions League in Europe, the last games are held in December. For us, December, this is already a real winter. And we're closing the roof somewhere in late October and early November. And Astana spends the last 2-3 games under the roof. The stadium is primarily focused on football, but also takes other large-scale events. Here was the opening ceremony of the 7th Asian Winter Games and the Muz TV Gravity Award. Our stadium has a lot of functions. The main direction, of course, is sports, football. But in addition, various cultural and mass events are also taking place here. At the stadium, the Cup of Kazakhstan annually hold finals of football, the Super Cup of Kazakhstan, international matches and matches of Republican significance, qualifying matches of the World Championship, European Championship, qualifying matches and group stages of the UEFA Champions League and UEFA Europa League are held annually. To host international matches on your field, you need to get a certificate of compliance. Everything is taken into account here. If FIFA arrives, the height of the gate per millimeter 2 to 3, if the bar settles, and then they take it into account. It's not so easy. Astana Arena is a stadium with an artificial surface. Modern technologies allow creating a lawn similar in characteristics with the real grass. To make an artificial field that meets the world standards of football championships and organizations, special equipment and materials are required. Standards are very tough. Since 2017, the requirements have increased, especially to artificial fields. Here there is not only the coating itself, the grass cover is artificial, just the use of crumbs, the use of sand. All components that are used in an artificial field, they must correspond to laboratory studies, which UEFA, FIFA conduct. We give them samples. At the same time, specialists come here, foreign specialists who bring equipment with them. They're examined for a rebound, also for rolling the ball. A certain speed should be determined. Monofilament artificial grass fiber has three-dimensional stiffeners. Due to this, lawn after contact with the ball itself rises in a vertical position. On such an artificial field, the ball bounces off more naturally, almost like on a natural lawn. First, there is the gravel, then the grime. It rolls up, it is leveled, and all this under the heating. The field is scraped, when necessary. If +5 we no longer have the right to scratch, it will break. For this, the heating is done. Then there is heating. On top of the heating comes a rubber coating of 2.5 centimeters. Then the grass itself goes up. Then we pour sand. Then there is a rubber accumulator. One of the mandatory requirements before the match is to water the lawn in the stadium. Then the ball slips better and the players' tricks of the game are more technical. Therefore, during the construction of the stadium, special attention is paid to the drainage system. Came the expert FIFA, UEFA. They checked. We have specially opened the place. The grass was removed. In the same place, we have rubble, sand. The pit was dug. We took a hose and poured water into this pit. It was gone before our eyes. And they were surprised. Such a strong drainage system. Field service department prepares the lawn for the game and is responsible for the football attributes. Before the match, first we water the field. We check the boxes. Special flags are 20 meters long. We check grids, that they're not torn or stretched. The field is comfortable. The field is beautiful, good, slightly slow. But the field is excellent. The stadium have a two-level structure. The lower tier of 16,000 seats surrounds the field along the perimeter. The upper terrace, with 14,000 seats, is located on the west and east sides. We are now on the eastern platform. Opposite to us is the western tribune, with the lower and upper tiers. Between them, you can see a layer of skyboxes. This is a VIP place. To the left of me is the northern tribune, and to the south from my right. There are also 4 stands on the 4 corners of the stadium. These are intermediate sectors. We're now at the 5.5 mark from 0. Those 5.5 meters. This is considered the first floor. About 45-50 meters the height of the stadium from the mark of 0. For the broadcasting of matches and for games in the dark, lighting on the field is necessary. Only special powerful floodlights are suitable for this. They give coverage in which players play comfortably. If in the street lighting the shadow falls and so on, then here, when the game, the light is coming from all directions as in the day. There is a certain criterion, the requirements of UEFA and FIFA. In each section of the field, the light must spread evenly, and at each side, the brightness must be certain. It should be from 1800 to 2000 lux, what we have here. These criteria are usually adjusted. These light fixtures are purchased and installed. Only professional equipment and special communications can withstand such a burden. Energy consumption during matches should be uninterrupted and powerful. Two lines of 10 kilovolts are suitable for the stadium. In addition, we have two diesel generators of 1,500 kilovolts each. In the event that the city somehow, this almost does not happen, disconnects, then for this case, there are uninterruptible power supplies that will keep the voltage that we need for the field, for the life of the stadium. These are the office premises, the scoreboard. The scoreboard during the game is one of the most important sources of information. How many minutes are left? What is the score for this moment? Views of spectators are often directed precisely on the scoreboard. The Master of Information Technology supervises the scoreboard for trouble-free performance and reliability of data on the screen. We have two scoreboards. They're responsible for the time, for the list of players, for goals. Before the match, we put in the name of the teams, the composition of the players. At the beginning of the match, when the anthem sounds, we display the flag. The work of the stadium is impossible without sound. During the matches, the national anthem sounds. All important information is sounded. The provision of this aspect of the Astana Arena is provided by technical experts. My duties include full conduct of the match, all the soundtrack, announcers included. And also we contact with the announcers when they lift the replacement plate. If there is not reported, the technique is failing. I say which numbers are changed and turn on the microphone. And the announcer voices the information. I cannot describe the feelings. I feel the importance of what is happening. All Kazakhstan is watching, so my work, sound, everything should be excellent. Astana Arena is designed in compliance with all modern requirements for the functioning of the stadium. This is our red zone. In this corridor, there are our locker rooms, a room for judges, a doping control room, and of course our conference room, where the representatives of teams come before and after the match and give a press conference answering questions of journalists. The king of sport is football. I'm talking about football by this one word. This is the king of sport. And the broadcast of the World Cup of football is watched by as many people as the Olympics. Over the years of its work, Astana Arena has become the hallmark of the sports life of the capital of Kazakhstan. This large and modern complex is serviced by a large team of professionals from marketing to information technology. Most importantly, those people who invest their energy, their strength and knowledge. This is important because the object itself is unique. I'm grateful to the fate that we have such a cohesive team. We do a great job. I guess in sports it is simpler and better than it connects people. When we receive this huge charge of energy, each employee, from the janitor to the engineering department, the sports department, we all work as one united mechanism.